Hey mamas, and welcome to the Entering Motherhood podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Marie Bilger, a birth and postpartum doula who is passionate about helping women enter motherhood feeling informed, supported, and empowered. Join us every episode to learn from professionals, special guests, and moms just like you, ensuring that you know what you need to know and discover things that you didn't know before. I believe in you. Let's doula this and let's navigate the transition of entering motherhood together. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Entering Motherhood. Today's episode is just going to be super simple and short. There's no checklist, no tips, no do this, don't do that. Just really me speaking to you and getting this message out because I feel like it's so important sometimes to just hear some of this, and hopefully it will help you just release some of that pressure, release some of that stress, release some of that comparison feeling, and just get you more uplifted and positive and in the direction you want to be going in when it comes to your motherhood experience. So this might be for the new mom who's just feeling like you should be doing more, doing better, doing it differently. Maybe that's you. Maybe you are finding yourself scrolling more often, searching more often, wondering why it looks easier for everyone else and it's more difficult for you, or you're just trying to do all the right things and make sure that you're tracking your wake windows and feedings and ounces and diaper changes, and you're feeling unsure about things and you want to know all the answers, and you're wondering, should my baby be sleeping more, eating more? This person said this person says that. And you're having like a lot of questions just circling around and just consuming a lot of your mental capacity and different things that you're going through. And maybe you're just tired of feeling like you're behind at something, or you're missing something, or you're just not getting your ducks in a row. And so I really want this to be for you. I want to just speak to you here for a moment. I want to give you that reassurance. I want to give you that positivity. I want you to try to shift your mindset and your focus and flip it to look at things a little bit differently. And I just need you to know that there is no trophy, there's no gold star, there's no award that goes to the mother that's doing it the hardest way possible. There's no right or wrong way of doing things. If you want a more rigid schedule, that's fine. If you are feeling like it's a lot of pressure and outside external forces and comparison going on, then I just want this to be a little insight and awareness brought to the whole magnitude of what motherhood really entails. Maybe you don't have the most aesthetically pleasing nursery or the perfect birth story, or things just don't feel like they're going the way that they're supposed to, because honestly, our world is so loud. Social media is so loud. Parenting opinions are so loud. There is so much coming at us, and it's all meant for us. It's all meant to be great, useful resources and tools and awareness, but it can also just be a lot. And I want us to just be aware of that and bring attention to it and really just draw more towards what we truly want to see and what we want our experience to look like. Because suddenly we have this tiny little baby that we love so deeply and we feel so much for, and we want the best for them, and we want to make sure that we're not doing the wrong thing or messing them up, and we're doing all that we can. And I see a lot of, I did this and I'm such a bad mom, or I did that and I didn't know this, and I can't believe I did this and I had no idea. And I do that too. There's a lot of different things that I'm like, is this the path that we want for our kids? And is this how we want to be doing things? And there is definitely things that we have shifted and changed from our firstborn to now our newest baby. And it's an ever evolving relationship that we're having with our children, with ourselves, with our partners, it's forever changing and altering, and it should. And you're going to learn new information that is going to make you want to maybe potentially change things and alter how you have thought about things in the past. But we don't have to beat ourselves up and say, I can't believe I didn't know that. And I was doing this the whole time, because motherhood was never and should never be a competition. It's not something that we need to beat ourselves up on. We're all doing the best that we possibly can in the moment that we have. And it's a relationship that's, like I said, evolving and growing and altering and changing. And I think when we're just bringing more awareness to that, and we're understanding that we are working towards a vision and a goal of how we want to feel and what we want things to look like, and we're just doing the best that we can in the moment, it really just helps alleviate some of this pressure. So, talking about pressure for a minute, there's just a lot of pressure to breastfeed our babies perfectly, feed our babies perfectly, this pressure to bounce back, to have a routine, to have it all figured out and be back up to their birth weight in 2 weeks, and to soak it all in, but also be super productive and jump back into things. And what's the right sleep method or the right stroller, or honestly, what's the perfect right everything? And what are you using? What do you have? It's really heavy. And honestly, the truth is, something that I've learned over time is the more pressure that you put on motherhood, the less that you're able to really truly feel it and sit with it and be present with it. The more that we are comparing, the harder it is to hear your own intuition and to hear your own wants and desires and needs, and how you want to be shaping your motherhood experience. And you do have intuition. You do have the ability to feel things for yourself and understand for yourself and work out a concept of what you want things to look like. Even now, especially now, even if it's not your first baby, if this is your second, third, fourth baby, whatever it might be, you have the power to listen to your intuition and to find out what that means for you moving forward. You don't need to necessarily be 5 steps ahead. You don't need to worry about if your baby's sleeping through the night or if they're getting enough food. I mean, honestly, yes, there are some situations, like I'm just kind of highlighting and over emphasizing a lot of these different things that come up, especially when we're living in this very anxiety driven generation, culture. There's a lot of different things that we worry about that don't necessarily need to be worried about, because I'm not sure why this happens sometimes too with like different providers or different, experts or things like that. They're telling you like, this is what you should be doing. This is what should happen. This is how much you need to feed your baby. This is how much they should be sleeping at night. And there's all these like shoulds all over the place. And it can be really messy sometimes. And I just want you to know that even though it's like messy and unpredictable, newborn life and just motherhood in general, it's just this ever evolving process. And you're not behind. You're in it. I'm in it too. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. And I just want you to know that it's okay to change your mind on things. It's okay to go off the path. It's okay to have a different opinion than somebody. It's okay to start off with a certain routine that you swore you were going to be doing and working on, and then shift from there. If you were planning on exclusively breastfeeding and that just felt really overwhelming, explore your options, go into different things. Like, obviously, yes, like sometimes we need to work hard to achieve certain goals. It's going to feel difficult. It's going to feel like a lot going on. But if it is truly what we desire, if it is what we want, then we need to work for that. But if it's not working for your family, if it's something that you just heard, something that you feel like you're supposed to be doing, then really just explore your options, know what different options are out there, and test out different things. If something doesn't work out, that's okay. And you're allowed to pivot. You're allowed to release what isn't working for you. You're allowed to choose what brings more calm and peace into your home, even if it looks a little bit different than someone else's vision of motherhood, because what works best is what works for you right now in this moment. It doesn't have to be forever. It doesn't have to be for everyone. It's just this season, and things can always circulate and change and shift back. Motherhood isn't about mastering some sort of system. It's about learning a person and learning, more about yourself and more about your child and what that relationship is like, and learning with each other, by each other in real time. There's going to be days that you feel super, super confident. There's going to be days that you're Googling everything. There's going to be days that you're crying out for no reason. And you're just going to be looking at your baby and be like, I can't believe I'm your mom. I can't believe I get to do this. And it's just going to fluctuate and be a whole mix of different things. There's going to be times that you hug them tighter and harder and love on them so much more. And there's going to be times that you get a little frustrated and don't know what to do. And I just want you to know that all of those things can exist at once. It all belongs in the beautiful messiness of it. And multiple things can be true at the same time. I wish right now we can just be sitting together, drinking some coffee, sitting on a comfy couch, and I can just say to you truthfully, honestly, mom to mom, it's okay to slow down. I don't want this to be like some sort of corny cliche thing. And I don't want to get into the whole you'll miss it and, you know, guilt inducing kind of way, but more so just like in this freeing way, more in this ability to release any expectations and anything that's holding you back, any sort of resentment or any sort of feelings that aren't allowing you to feel how you want to feel. You don't have to, optimize every single moment. You don't have to document every single second. You don't have to fix every fuss and cry and little tiny itty bitty thing. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just take a breath, just release it, put down your phone, just sit with your baby, hold them. The dishes can wait. The laundry can wait. The comparisons can wait. All the shoulds can wait. And just feel yourself be more at peace, because we need more of that. We need more moments that we can just sit with ourselves and say, okay, I got this. Because you do, you got this. I just want to instill that confidence in you and boost you up and let you know that where you are in this moment, you're not late, you're not behind, you're not doing it wrong because it looks different than somebody else. You are becoming the mother that you want to be. You are a mother becoming this fully encompassing person to your child. And that becoming, that process, that journey, that building of all of this, it takes time. So this is really just a message to release that pressure. I'm going to say this over and over and over again. I feel like this is what I'm constantly, screaming from the rooftops, and something that has taken me a long time to get to, that I hope and wish that it takes you a shorter amount of time to achieve. Release that timeline, release the need to measure yourself against someone else's highlight reel. Find what works for you in the moment, trust it, adjust it when it needs to be, and then come back to yourself again and again and again. You are allowed to mother in the way that feels good and true to you, and that will always be enough. That will always be the quote unquote right thing to do. Above all, I just want you to feel confident in your motherhood. I want you to know that you are on a path of true greatness, true goodness, true sweetness of what that can look like. And if you desire it, if you hope for it, if you have goals to get there, you have the ability to make that your reality. So, as always, thank you for listening to this episode. I hope that you can release something today to make your day a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and something that you can just lead into the rest of your day or the rest of your week with. and bring you more joy. So you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you later. Thank you, mamas, so much for listening. Remember, you are a rock star. I believe in you. Let's doula this. Let's crank it up a notch and let's kick it into high gear together. Hit that subscribe button. Share this episode with a friend. Message me, email me, call me, beat me. You know how to reach me. We're doing this, mamas. I am so excited to catch you here next week. This is your one-stop go-to place for helping you find the resources you need to make the best choices for you and your family during pregnancy, birth, and most importantly, postpartum. See you later, mamas.